Laurice here, or that marine lady from Laurice's Kitchen. And I'd like to extend my warmest and deepest gratitude to Keith Bettag, the vulgar chef, aka the Sauce King of YouTube, for his shout out for my channel. For those of you who Keith's presence has escaped, a link to his channel is in the description below. From this jarhead to a wing wiper, I salute you. Hello and welcome to Laurice's Kitchen. March not only came in like a lion, but it seems to be going out like one as well. So tonight I'm making coconut chicken chili. This Asian-inspired curry is being served over a bed of rice noodles, but it would be equally at home over a plate of white rice. We're also filming in a high wind advisory, so any banging or clacking you hear is coming from outdoors. This is all the ingredients that we're going to need for this recipe. It's too much for me to remember, and there's no point in me explaining it to you. The ingredients list is right there, and as always, the ingredients and the recipe instructions are in the description below. So I've got chicken, vegetables, spices, a bit of broth, some peanut butter, and salt and pepper. And these are my rice noodles. I have a very large saucepan filled with water. That's for my rice noodles. I've also got my large Dutch oven on over medium-high heat. When that heats up, we're going to start with the chicken, and once that's cooked almost all the way through, we'll add the vegetables. Okay, I'm going to start with about 2 tablespoons of olive oil. Now that this is hot, we can add in our chicken. To julienne this chicken, I first cut it in half from top to bottom, and then I slice that into 3/8 inch thick slices. Next in go the onions and the celery. We're going to leave the carrots till later because they're julienne so small that they'll break apart if we stir them up too much. For these julienne carrots, I julienne them with that julienne peeler into long slices. Then I line them up and cut those into thirds. You can see that the celery is turning nicely green and these onions are softened, so I'm going to go ahead and put in the garlic. I like to wait till much later because I don't want this garlic to burn. Okay, we can start to add our spices. So probably about a half teaspoon of salt, about a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, the ginger, the cayenne, and the chili powder. Okay, we're going to sprinkle in this flour. Now we're using this as a thickener, so we're going to have to cook it for just a few minutes. Okay, next in goes our 1 cup of vegetable broth. Now we may need a little bit more of this depending on how thick this is. We may need to thin it down just a little bit. Okay, next up, the peanut butter and the coconut milk. Once this comes up to a simmer, I'm going to add the beans and the carrots. And last in go the beans and the carrots. Okay, there's quite a bit in here. I'm going to go ahead and add probably close to a cup of just water. Okay, that worked out to 2/3 of a cup. Okay, we need to let this simmer for at least 15 to 20 minutes or until your rice noodles are done, whichever comes last. We're getting ready to taste this. Now, I've squeezed about 2 wedges of lime juice on here. I think that tastes best. Now, I also have a fork and a spoon. I think the noodles are going to be a little too intense for tasting on screen, so I'm just going to be using my spoon. Get a little bit of everything. That is so good. The lime is perfectly tart. Those vegetables are still just a little bit crisp. Delicious. This Asian-inspired stew would be perfect. I'm serving this Asian-inspired curry.